A very good morning to all of you students. Let us continue with the applications of biotechnology in various fields. Today the field that we are going to begin with is animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is a branch of agriculture and it is associated with the rearing of animals. And these animals are reared for various products, for example, meat, milk, eggs, fiber like wool, etc. Now, it even involves the taking of care of these animals, selective breeding, and rearing of livestock. Now, what we are going to be concerned with is selective breeding. Selective breeding means allowing one to choose the parents so that the offspring that is developed is with desired characteristics. Now, human beings have been bringing about crossbreeding between various plants and animals since thousands of years, so that the offsprings with desired characteristics can be obtained. So, selective breeding is the breeding of plants and animals so that we can get the new individuals with the characteristics that we want. For example, cows that produce more milk, or chickens that will give rise to more eggs or larger eggs, or wheat plants that give you more quantity of grains, or those animals which work in the field that they are with greater power or they are with greater strength. So such kind of selective breeding is done and the individuals or offsprings with desired characteristics are obtained. So this is artificial insemination. This selective breeding is brought about by artificial insemination, the medical or veterinary procedure for obtaining sperm cells from the male animal and manually depositing into the reproductive tract of female. And it will even involve embryo transfer are used in animal husbandry. So these two methods are used, that is artificial insemination or uh, the in vitro fertilization may be even brought about between two organisms, and at the embryo, once it is developed, it can be deposited into the female animal. So this is what is artificial insemination. So what are the advantages of this? Improves both quality and quantity of animal products like milk, wool, etc. So you will be getting animals which will give you more milk, that will give you more fiber, etc. Animals with more strength for hard work are developed. So even animals with greater strength so that they can work in the fields and for transport, etc. can be developed. So this is what is the application of biotechnology in the field of animal husbandry. Let us now see what are the applications of biotechnology in the field of human health. Diagnosis and treatment of diseases are two main aspects of human health management. So, diagnosis refers to the identification of the disease or the disorder, and once it is done, it is followed by the appropriate treatment. So, these two are the main aspects of human health management. The earlier the diagnosis of the disease or disorder, the quicker is the treatment and the earlier the relief the patient is going to get. Identification of genetic diseases like diabetes and heart diseases is possible even before the onset of symptoms. So, with the help of biotechnological techniques, it is possible to identify genetic disorders. And they have given examples of diabetes and heart diseases. In certain cases, they are genetic or hereditary, and they can be identified, and so the next generation can be prevented from these disorders. AIDS and dengue can be diagnosed within minutes with the help of biotechnological techniques. Insulin required for diabetes is now obtained from bacteria by inserting human insulin gene into the genome of bacteria. Earlier, it was obtained from horses. So earlier we used to obtain the insulin for diabetic patients from horses. That was quite a costly affair. But now by gene modification, gene manipulation, what have we done is that we have started the production of insulin by using the bacteria. So we have used genetic engineering method, and we have altered the genome of a bacteria so that it starts synthesizing insulin. So insulin is now obtained in large quantities and at a cheaper rate with the help of the transgenic bacteria. Various vaccines and antibiotics are also produced in the same way. We have already seen how antibiotics are obtained in the last chapter. And vaccines, what are vaccines, what is vaccination, how vaccines are prepared, all this we are going to study in this lesson. And we couldn't realize the importance of biotechnology uh, until the pandemic set in and all pharmaceutical companies started preparing the vaccines. So we have realized the importance of biotechnology in the field of human health. Number of vaccines are in the making, and a few of them are on the verge of being launched, and we can even start using them. So let's see how vaccines are prepared. Vaccines and vaccination. Various vaccines and antibiotics are also produced. So various vaccines and antibiotics have been prepared using biotechnological methods. Earlier, completely or partially killed pathogens were used as vaccines. Now, pathogens, you must understand, they are the various bacteria and viruses due to which diseases are caused. So, pathogens are disease-causing bacteria and viruses. Now, what the scientists did earlier was they took the completely or partially killed pathogens and they inserted them into the bodies of individuals. Now, when any completely or partially killed pathogen gains entry into the bodies of individuals, they give rise to proteins. These proteins we have called as antigens. We have studied this. So the proteins that belong to bacteria and viruses are called as antigens. Now, these antigens or proteins are not our body proteins. Hence, the immune system of the body, our body, starts preparing antibodies. Now, these antibodies are also proteins and they are specific for every kind of virus or bacteria that gains entry into our body. So these antibodies would then eventually destroy the antigen which has gained entry into the body. Now the antibodies have already been prepared against a particular disease. Hence, the person gets immune for lifetime. Sometimes this immunity is just for time being or it is temporary. But certain times we find that the antibodies last throughout the lifetime of a person and he gets permanent immunity against that particular disease. There are a number of viral and bacterial diseases like polio or diphtheria, tuberculosis, measles, chickenpox, etc. And we all have received vaccines for these. So our antibodies for these pathogens have already been produced and hence we have received immunity against that particular pathogen or disease. So vaccine is the antigen containing material given to acquire either permanent or temporary immunity against a specific pathogen or disease. So vaccine is the antigen containing material. So it is in the form of either completely or partially killed pathogens. So this method was used earlier. Presently, antigen from gene isolated from pathogen is used as vaccine prepared in laboratory and used as vaccine with the help of biotechnology. Now, when completely or partially killed pathogens were used as vaccines, there was some percent chance that the person may contract the disease. Now, after contracting the disease, it may be mild, but in some individuals, it may be severe. So there was always a chance that the person would suffer from the disease, and in some case, it may even become very, very severe. So now what is done is, with the help of biotechnology, the antigen from the gene is isolated. Antigen, that is only the protein or the gene that is responsible for the disease, is isolated and used as a vaccine. And nowadays, proteins acting as antigen are injected in pure form to keep immune system active and remain active for longer time and are thermostable. So nowadays, we either make use of proteins, only proteins that are causing the disease, because antigens are proteins after all, and they can be sufficient to produce the uh, antibodies in our body. So instead of introducing partially or completely killed pathogens, we are now making use of only the protein that is going to act as an antigen, and it is injected in pure form so that the body now responds accordingly, and the antibodies are prepared and they can remain active for longer time. For example, vaccine for polio and hepatitis. Vaccination is the treatment given with a vaccine to produce immunity against a disease. So vaccination programs are held time to time, and we have a lot of such programs with respect to polio and hepatitis being carried out in our country also every year. So this is how the vaccines and vaccination is done, and vaccines are prepared.